Alright guys, so tonight we are working on the Explorer. It's been a minute. I've been trying to get some more modules and stuff to be able to put it in. So now I'm working on hopefully the last sensor for this seat, for the airbag not to kick in, and that will be the pad. Okay. Now I plugged in the pad and it said that it's empty, meaning that there's nobody sitting on it. So for me to test it properly, I have to put it on the seat. So obviously you got 4 bolts. This is the buttons on the side of the seat. It has on the back side of it, right there, it has I think a T20 if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. What is this? Yep, T20. It has a T20 bolt on the back side of it, so you can take this off, and then it has one plug, okay? And then it just kind of slides forward, and it will come out. So after that, I just prefer to put it back here in the thing, so I could work on it. After you remove this plug, okay, you're gonna have this clip here that it slides out. This one clips like that, right? But right here, so that one you're gonna slide it back, okay? Then you have this one, okay, which kind of hooks here for the side mount, and you have this one, okay, that will hook here in the front. You got to pull them out. Then you have your pad, okay, and it has 2 clips. That's this clip. I'm sorry. And it has that clip right there. You're gonna pull them out, okay, and that should be about it. It has a hole in the center there. If you have the massage seats, just careful that you don't break any of that. Then it has the hose. Remember, this thing has gel in it, so the sensor kind of sits right there, and the sensor is hooked up to that hose, okay. This is the sensor, and this hose right here, it hooks up to that center piece. So now the last thing, which this is the sensor right here, I gotta do is I gotta take that bracket out, or just remove it out of the bracket that it's in right now, so I can pull this thing out and slide it forward and out, so I can put my new one in, and hopefully that would fix my issue. And that's the last thing I have on the airbag. If you guys go back to this car, I got it with electrical issues. I have pretty much solved almost all of them. The car runs and drives now. We still had issues with the wiper. I just put a new wiper motor in it, and fixing that wiper motor fixed my rear wiper motor. My my column here, the switch finally started working. It wasn't working before that. I still got to change the fan, the radiator fan. It's a module itself. That's the radiator fan. I got to change that. It's one day I had it on and I didn't even notice, and it started overheating. The fan never kicked in. I still have to fix the AC issue. The compressor is only getting half of the power. I want to say maybe because of the fan issue, the module. Fingers crossed that's going to be the problem. Other than that, I have pretty much solved everything. I still have these lights are supposed to move when you're turning and whatnot. The motor on them, they're fried. Again, the same issue with the electrical. But regardless, still got a few things to work on, but this is the main one. If I get to this fix, I can finally do the paperwork and be able to drive this baby every day, because right now I'm not driving it. Still haven't done the paperwork. So anyways, if you have the code for occupancy, I think it is, sensor on the passenger or driver seat or any other seats that have that sensor on there, basically the same process. You got to open up the cushion, and what I did to make my life a lot easier, I raised the bottom section before I disconnected it. Raise it all the way up, that way I don't have to be taking this plastic, because remember, this part normally is close to this, okay, and all the plastic, everything is really tight. So I raised it up so I got a little bit of a gap so I could work with this section here. And you know, I took it off and put it on top of the other seat just to make myself like a little bench so I could work on this thing easier. So again, the last thing I got to do now is take that out of that bracket, fit it through the hole here without breaking anything. Okay, you can see my hand through, fit it through the hole, and then just slide the new one in, and that should be it. So let me get that out of the way and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now I had to do something a little bit different. I have the massage seats. The one that the semi doesn't have the massaging seats. This pipe is in a different position. The one that I have, it has a pipe on this side. So this will be basically where the cushion for the massaging will sit. So that would not work. So I give it a shot. This thing is full of liquid. I took the little clamp that it has, which is one of these guys. I took that clamp out. I did not spill anything. This spilled afterwards. I did that on both. I removed my old sensor and I put the new one on. Now before I put it on, I make sure that I put some pressure on the pad so some of the fluid will come up and there will be no air gap in between the sensor and the fluid. So everything should be back to regular standards. I put it back on. I put a new clamp on. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of different sizes and the tool for that. So now I went ahead and put the cushion back on. It's just reverse process. You gotta put the clips on and slide this one back in place. Now this is the thing that I was telling you guys. So this is a guide for it, and this is another guide for it, and this is another guide for it. Okay, and then you have, this is a little hole for the 225, 220 or something like that, bolt that goes there. So we're just gonna slide this guy in place, and then it has this little guy here for the front. Okay, but we can do that afterwards. You just gotta guide this guy in all of them. I think that's about it. Can't do it one hand. I gotta keep it in place in order to be able to put that bolt on. Alright, so let me go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so the seat is back in place. I still gotta put a whole bunch of bolts on it, but just to test it out. Now the sensor, it reads empty. Light codes, read codes. See here. I might still have to update the system or reprogram it, but now the pad is working, the sensor is working. Maybe I just gotta drive it. So there's no codes in the system right now for the seat, live data. Okay, and once I get on the seat, it changes to occupied. So that is working. Before it wasn't. The light on the dash still showing a little right there. So I might have to do with the 4 scanner to be able to do this, because right now I have no codes on it. On the back there's no codes right now. I still have a lot smaller codes. This is with the headlights, the little motor that swings them side to side. I want to say that this is going to be that radar thing, because it has something to do with the image processing, even though I am getting, when I'm backing out, or the front camera, as you can see, I'm getting all the images around, so I have to play with it. Maybe it's just a programming issue, and I still got some communication issue with the steering, but regardless, this is what we were trying to fix today. See here, and I still gotta do that fan. Hopefully I get the chance to do that right now. Let's see. Alright, no codes detected. The sensor is reading occupied. If I get off of it, it reads empty. So if you guys want to change the sensor the way I did, if you guys have the right PAN number but different PAN, like I had the same issue, you can probably get that done, no problem. Seems to be working on mine. So hi guys, like always, I know it's a little late video, but just trying to keep you guys updated a little bit on what's going on. Alright, till the next one, guys. Thank you so much.